boys and gals, BCI here, and I've had a work day in the fields. I'm still with old rags that I used to work, and I'm preparing myself a bath. And today I'm not gonna record any videos as these past days, unless you count this one. And I'm going to simply have a glass of wine or two, have a real smoke. Those vaping machines, apparatus, nah, they can't compare to the real thing. Equally, I'm going to watch 2 movies tonight, and I have one of them with me now. I want to talk to you a little bit about it. And I also want to communicate that I hope this Sunday I might have an evening and a night of possibly not modern games, retro games with good company. It will not be exactly a let's play or any of that. We might be changing from one game to another, but I do hope to record that as well, and we'll see how that goes. Because I normally do spend Sunday nights, I normally do have company here, be it a family member, a friend, or someone that I invited randomly, or my wife invited randomly. I would also like to add that it would be nice if in the future I could stream. However, I'm not going to invest any coin in that sense for now. Maybe if I get some donations or I save up a little bit of money in the future, or I find a very good deal in the markets I visit, something I wish to mention as well. I would like to buy one of these recording spy glasses and do some, Sunday and Saturday flea market. That's the name that I remember these markets as. Well, I would like to record some flea market adventures as well. I tend to visit more than one antique shop, markets of many levels. There are some flea markets that, wow, you're beginning to see $400, $600, $800 on pieces, $200 very easily. And there are others that you can still find wild things for very low prices. So we'll see how that goes. The movie I would like to talk to you about today is Pi, or TT, Faith in Chaos. At least that side name was the name with which it was released here in Spain. It's a film by Darren and I believe this director and writer as well, because I think this was actually written by him. I think this director has managed to achieve a certain following. He's got a tad famous during the years. The first time I saw this movie, it was, I think, one of those nights when I still had a CRT. One of those nights on a 14-inch, on a small sofa. It was a hot night, and it was 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. I couldn't sleep because it was a very hot night, and I didn't have any sort of ventilator or air conditioning in those years. And it was on a national, actually it was a channel that's driven by the state, so it's a national channel, if you wish to call it. Simply changing channels one day on a secondary channel of the state, I found this movie being played. And I was enamored, frankly. If you like mathematics and obsession stories, this movie has you covered in that sense. It's going to give you an interesting adventure. And a very uncomfortable ride, because it is an uncomfortable movie to watch in many scenes. You really get the feeling of what the character is passing. As I mentioned, it's a story about obsessions. It's a story about numbers, numerology. It's a story about the stock market. It's a story about solitude and again, solitude and obsession. It's a story about jealousy as well. There are a lot of things in this movie, and the very interesting thing about it is that it's actually shot in black and white. And I actually think this gives the movie a very personal color tone that relates very well to the room that you're going to see mostly in the movie and the overall message or what the movie intends to transmit. It's like looking at an old school computer monitor in black and white. There are 3 characters, prime, that have the most film time on this one. Their names are Mark Margolis, yeah, it's Mark Margolis actually, Sean Gulete or Guyete, and Ben Schenkman. The 3, they do a good job. The most prominent actor here is Sean Gulete, and he does a very obsessive interpretation. I think he was a very good call for this paper. I have not seen many more movies with Sean Gulete in them. Maybe I have, but I can't remember off the top of my head. However, here he is very nice. When I think of Pi or TT, I think of Sean's face. Mark Margolis, he has very few scenes, and he's a sort of alternative mentor to Sam. The character in question, if I remember correctly, is called Max. He's a sort of mentor to the character Max. And Ben, well, Ben is actually the bad guy. Not necessarily bad, at least in the way the movie wants to intend to project things, because everything, basically everything is bad in this movie. There are no good or bad people per se. You could consider them, all of them, bad. It's a story that plays well into the mathematical obsession, and I know this obsession quite well because I have also had, and I still do, a certain interest in arithmetic, superior arithmetic, and math in general, as they tend to call it. It moved me, it shocked me as well, because in that time I was actually very thoughtful of math. I'm not sure it's an easy movie to find. In fact, I don't even know or remember how I even got this DVD. More than one friend that has come to my house and has seen this DVD was actually pretty amazed that I even had it. From what I understand, a studio, I don't know what it is, called A24, has somehow gotten this to IMAX in 8K. I'm not sure if I understood that correctly, but yeah, IMAX 8K. I have no idea how they did that, or if I even understood that correctly, because if I did understand that correctly, IMAX 8K, wow. Okay, I'm not gonna see that, obviously. One, because I think the IMAX theater nearest to me, it's about 150 kilometers from my position, I think it's closed. What a shame, yeah? If you don't know what to see tonight and want a hard ride, but a very interesting ride, see what you can do on the net and try to see it. And if you know about more movies from this director, please tell me in the comments or send me a private message, whatever. Because he does do a lot of interesting shots. There are a ton of montages as well. The music is interesting. It fits. I like it. And I wouldn't mind seeing more from him. And I might even have something from him in the collection, but I never noticed. So, if you know anything more that I should check out about this director, please tell me. That's all for today. As I mentioned before, I hope to record something on Sunday, and we will see each other Sunday if you are interested in that type of video, and if I actually do it. Have a good night.